Hey guys, today we've got a special episode just for folks who live in Bridgewater and Raynham. That's right, it's the 8th district of Plymouth County. We don't normally talk politics, but we wanted to introduce you to an amazing citizen, an amazing guy who lives here in Raynham and cares about our schools. It's Meet the Candidate. It is Eric Haikola. He's the owner of Removal Pro. If you haven't already followed him on Facebook, check the link below for the campaign Facebook page. And if you're watching this before the end of September, then the campaign kickoff party is this weekend. Check down below for the link there as well and support him. Here it is, our conversation with Eric. Your kid's probably already been on his team, whether they played football, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, any of that. His company, Removal Pro, is the most trusted company in the area. He's a loyal friend, a great guy, and he's running for the state representative seat from the 8th district of Plymouth County, representing Raynham and Bridgewater, and his name is Eric Haikola. Eric, it is great to have you on the show. Thanks for being here today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Andrew. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And it's Removal Pro. We install and remove oil tanks and boilers.
So you are running for state rep. You got so much going on. You're such a busy guy. You provide so much value to the community already through your involvement. So can you just talk to us a little bit and tell us why you decided it's important to represent our communities of Bridgewater and Raynham?
Well, I mean, I kind of have a vested interest anyways. Like I said, I involved myself with all the kids' sports. I have 4 children of my own. So, chances are, a lot of people know me just from being down, whether it's the football, soccer, lacrosse fields, the ice rink. We're involved in, all aspects of the sports and the school, different things for the schools that come about. I just feel like with having that vested interest, I kind of have a very good outlook on what the needs of the community is for, most families. I mean, it's not really it's all about having common sense and, not being so far one way or so far the other way where you can't get anything done. You got to look at the needs of the individual community as a whole. Our school system, we can't just be quick to, oh, hey, well, we have to be more proactive, not reactive. Whereas, we didn't replace the school until the roof caved in. I mean, we have an infrastructure that has to be changed, that has to be worked on. We need to make sure that we don't have too many students in each class. We need to make sure that our community has clean drinking water. We have a water ban that we can't drink water right now because of high levels of different chemicals in the water. So with that being said, we need somebody that's going to be looking into and trying to find out what state and federal programs that's going to be available to us so we can correct these problems and that we can move forward and have the best future for our children and our community, with all of the community programs. I mean, Raynham and Bridgewater, it's a great area to live. It's wonderful. And we just need to make sure that we maintain and do better, frankly, with, the needs of our community and not, not looking past the community for personal reasons. I mean, I look at my 4 kids and I want the absolute best. Any kind of special needs programs that, that's one of the areas that I think we need help with in our school system. I believe that, there should be more mental health, programs and available for the kids and stuff. Everything that we've gone through with COVID and everything else. Kids might be a little slower now that we're finally going back to, reality of going back to in-person classes and stuff like that. And along with mental health programs, you need drug programs. You need, you need infrastructure. Definitely need to support our local fire and police. And, we got to make sure that our community has the basics that provide the best possible atmosphere for our whole community.
Well, I think what sets you apart is that you are uniquely positioned and you're someone who is within our community and you're looking directly at the problems on a day-to-day basis. And you're the type of person who you're just such a good person who wants to help, that I know that you can't see something that's going wrong. It affects you personally. And I think you're uniquely positioned not only to see the problems, but to have the empathy to start to make a difference. And that's why I'm going to vote for you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. And I like to think I'm pretty approachable too. I mean, if there was ever an issue, listen, chances are you're going to see me at one of the fields. I mean, it's one of those things, we talk to people all the time, about things that got to change and things we have to do. Change will be good in this instance, because we can actually generate, with the influx of new people into our community, and the old guard kind of method of status quo it's just not working anymore, and we need to change that. So I'd like to think that if given the chance, I'd be able to make a positive difference for everyone in our community. Because, like I said, I'm doing this for our community because I'm part of this community, and I need this community to succeed, for the best possible outlook for my family. So,
a rising tide raises all boats, and that's why I think you're the guy to help out the Bridgewater and Raynham community, because you know how to support the community already. So can you talk about how you view the functionality of our government and our current state representatives? Are they doing a great job, or is there opportunity for an improvement there, do you think?
Well, I don't want to bash anybody, but the whole reason I'm running is because I feel like we're not being represented as a community. I think that, the representation that we have is more beneficial to the representation themselves, opposed to the community. They don't seem to have a vested interest in this community, and we need somebody who's going to be on the front lines going, hey, listen, we have to make a difference, not just for now, but for the future of our community. It's not about, this one project or that project. This is about the community infrastructure as a whole, especially with the kids. I can't emphasize enough how much, the children of the community, need us and depend on us to provide these services and these opportunities.
That's right. I'm a family man. I'm sure almost everybody who's watching this right now are part of families, our parents, so many of us out there. And that's what we really care about when it comes to the community, is our family, not just the individuals, but the families, and the children are our future. And whatever we do to support them today is going to benefit not only them, but us and the rest of our town and our towns in the future.
Yeah, there's a question that's coming up on the ballot, for the fair share plan, which I believe my opponent is against. It's for basically, if you profit over $1 million a year, you pay, I believe it's like 8 cents on every dollar you make after, towards, infrastructure, community schools and stuff like that. It affects like, 1 or 2% of the community. And sorry, if I'm making $1 million a year profit, I'd be ecstatic to be able to have that opportunity to donate to the community. And, that's something that we're pushing for to pass also. So.
Yeah, that's great information. I think when we're talking about local politics and local elections, so many times those issues don't get the exposure like the issues do on a larger national scale. So thanks for telling us all about that particular issue. Are there any other particular issues you want to highlight in terms of the campaign?
Well, I mean, a lot of the bigger issues, I mean, they have the abortion issue that's up. I mean, women need the right to decide what they're doing with their own bodies. I mean, it shouldn't be a legislative thing as far as I'm concerned at all. But I mean, a lot of these bigger issues, it takes our local representation to be the voice of the community. Whether I agree with all of your political views or all of somebody else's political views, it really doesn't make a difference as long as I take into consideration the community as a whole. And it's not so much just my view, it's everybody's view, because, I should be looking at it from a eyes wide open perspective, because, it's not just me, it's the whole community, and what's best for us, everybody as a whole. So, it's not one in particular issue that, oh, well, Sally likes this or Bob likes that. It's not. You got to kind of look at, a broader view of, okay, well, how will this affect the community? We have to do what's best for the community. So, that's the way you have to approach it. That's all.
Absolutely. That's I think local politics is where we can make a real impact, right? All this national level politics is fun for the news if you watch that, but where we can really make an impact in our daily lives and the lives of the people in our community is local politics, right? That's where the real work is done. And that's why I support Eric Haikola's campaign for state rep. And that's why I think everybody else who's watching this video should too. So I want everyone to leave your questions and comments for our future state rep below here. And you can check out the Haikola campaign Facebook page, which we're going to link to down here. And if you're ready to get in and get on the ground and get help, we are looking for volunteers for this campaign.
Absolutely. That'd be great. Any help we can have, or any contributions you'd love to like to make to the campaign, we'd appreciate all the help we can get. It's a very small campaign right now, and like I said, it's kind of grassroots and hit the pavement kind of a campaign. So, any help would be much appreciated.
And that's why we really want everybody that we're sharing this with in Bridgewater and Raynham and Facebook and everybody seeing it here to spread the word. One of the best ways you can help is by sharing this and getting the word out, right? We need it in other ways, but that would be a great thing to help and get the news out about Eric's campaign. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Eric. It's been a pleasure to have you and learn about some of these important issues from you. How was your time on the show? Did you enjoy yourself?
This is really nice, Andrew. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It is absolutely my pleasure. And hopefully we'll come back again sometime and we can tell us more about the campaign or some of the other important issues that you're personally involved with.
Okay, no, that sounds great. I'd be happy to.
Awesome. Well, thanks, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Check out Eric's campaign Facebook down there. And we'll see you next time on Wicked Modern Website's YouTube channel. Have a great day.